Friends of our channel, we ask, watch the videos in sequence as the information is complementary. Answers of an alien from Andromeda, 7th encounter, October 07, 2010. Question: Mithy, can you tell us more about the physical characteristics of the breeds you know? I'll give you a synthesis, because this is a subject too long. I will mention details of the most common races that I know, the dimension in which we live. The races are mostly humanoid and not humanoid. The humanoids are an absolute majority. We have a special department in the Community Galactica to address issues of relationships with non-humanoid. In concept humanoid, some breeds have little beings with approximately 1 foot in height that are proportional to us. Very nice people. We have races of greys, as you call them, with slender body and head higher proportion, and these races have different heights, ranging from ½ meter to 1.6 meters. There are approximately 130 different races of humanoids with the characteristics of the greys. They are usually advanced and good-natured. Only some 15 of its variations are warlike and troublesome. Some have large eyes, and others smaller eyes. The skin also varies from white to light brown. The eyes are not black, brown or red in some cases. They are protective filters, as contact lenses, that automatically adjust to ambient light, providing good vision in both light or darkness. We also use them when necessary. His eyes, like mine, are very sensitive and lost a bit of retraction capacity of the pupils, for hundreds of generations in environments with controlled lighting. Some of these races are trying to use genes of Earthlings to correct this degeneration of the muscles of the iris. There are several races of beings with high and slender body, and head more in proportion and very smooth motion. Are far ahead and live in very advanced societies. They are called Old Fathers. They were responsible for the technological development of anti-carbon units that all use today. They almost never interfere with other races, are almost self-sufficient in everything they need. There are ancient races of humanoids, with large 3.5 meters tall, proportionate to your Earthling body, and they have already circulated a lot here in the old days. Some of these breeds have become extinct, and others are active in other galaxies in the universe. They are beings of good socializing with other breeds. There are many races just like yours, approximately 80 breeds, with similar hair and features as well, ranging approximately from 1.5 meters to 2 meters tall, and with different skin shades. Some far more advanced than you, other less. The less advanced have more body hair and are more hostile. They live, as you say, in the Stone Age. The most advanced will be put in contact with you, as many beings of their civilizations should embody in the new age of Earth. These civilizations are very dynamic in the development. All ethnic groups that inhabit the Earth today originally came from these races throughout the universe. The Pleiadians are just like you. There are also breeds derived from marine mammals, which developed the same standards that we, humanoids. As these parallel developments took place millions of years ago, they are considered humanoids too. Some of these breeds are very technologically advanced and relate well with other races. The reptilians are not humanoids, they are descended from another line of development. Their body temperature is much lower than ours, which justifies enjoy hot places to live. There are approximately 20 species of them. Some reptilian breeds may also breathe underwater. Their skin is thick to keep its temperature and protects them from solar radiation. Their races vary in size from 1.7 meters to 3 meters tall. They are very smart and has lots of energy, and are physically strong. Technologically are not very bright, but very well assimilate the knowledge of others. There are finally breeds originated from strains of insects, with external skeleton, which are difficult to deal with, because their logical behavior is inherent to their characteristics. Their communities do not really take care of them in the cleanup, which makes them lousy hosts, if you need them. They do not make many contacts with humanoids or reptilians, only if absolutely necessary. They are intelligent and smart but has several limitations mainly related to participate in joint activities with other beings. The lifestyle of these is unorthodox for humanoids. Are fast, agile, tough, and resilient, they can survive in very harsh environments. To us, all races are completely free in its decisions and in their lifestyles. The Community Galactica is only a reference point for the seamless integration and harmonization of all interests. Question: what about the animals that inhabit the planets of the universe? This is an issue for decades of research. There are millions of species of animals, mammals, reptiles, amphibians, birds, insects and fish in the universe. Multiply what you have on Earth by 1,000 and still too little. Some the size of a small ant, and other larger than your largest vessel. It is a universe full of interesting and diverse life. Everything that you guys have here in terms of animal life, exists elsewhere in the universe. When a species goes extinct here, does not mean that no longer exists, only the environment on Earth is no longer adequate for some reason, for that creature. When a species goes extinct means that something is not right with the planet, or there was some imbalance that caused that change in their original state. It may be a natural process, disaster, or just an inappropriate use of their dominant races, notoriously as you Earthlings. The more intelligent and advanced race, is more caring for the planet, is always in harmony with all life forms that have adopted it. Question: any race that is affiliated with the Community Galactica may have access to any technology available? Not at all. Access to technology levels are related to mental and philosophical development of each race. The range of technology allowed for a race is compatible with the era of development of the planet where that particular colony is installed. The more balanced and harmonious the society is, greater access to new technologies. The vibrational frequency, or aura, of an inhabited planet can be measured and analyzed at any time, and this is a natural process of categorization of a civilization. You know when it's a place that makes you feel good, and when you're in an environment where you feel heavy. This is the aura, that transmits light or heavy vibration. With the planets, is exactly the same thing. Breeds like the pirates, that I mentioned, officially have no access to higher types of technology. To get them, they steal more developed breeds. The Earth is going to have access to new technologies, but, in time, first the aura of the planet will need to be stabilized, and its society harmonious and classified as stable. Question: Mike asked, Mithy, how do you reproduce? You usually have sex as we do, the more arrears? Just out of curiosity, also do it for pleasure? Mike, you are no arrears, just is not there yet. I was expecting that question. Well, we have two options as you hear. Eventually we also do for pleasure. We can do physically or insemination. In any case we can choose the sex. When our partner becomes pregnant, go to a diagnostic center, that has the technology to define the sex of the embryo prior to its formation. Approximately half of couples have one child, but, as we are two, we can have up to 2 children, as they will fill our places when we die. Depending on the need to balance the community at that time, can be 2 boys or 2 girls or just one of them. So, our population is always more or less in balance. All other races of humanoids and reptilians reproduce the same way. The only ones that lay eggs or cocoons are the descendants of insects. Question: and just to complete Mike's indiscretion, do you have sex between different races of humanoids? Mike, we have a different philosophy with regard to sex. We have sex only if there is a spiritual union present. The commixture of ethnicities in the universe exists, and is a normal process to constitute a race, but, since we are of all ethnicities compatible, here on Earth you have different ethnicities which intersect with each other. When 2 or more communities, for some reason went to live in the same colony, if they are related species, can have an integration generating cross members. There are also cases of genetic hybridization, to physically improve future generations, correcting deficiencies generated by the development of a race. There are many races, including yours, I believe, out of curiosity or another instinct that I do not understand, have sex with other races, even if it does not lead to any practical results. Some breeds reptilians have great interest in hybrids to develop colonies that may be considered a kind of humanoid. Since long time, they make attempts to cross reptilians with humanoid mammals, and, maybe, are trying to do this on your planet as well as your society is not yet officially catalogued as a homogeneous race. Question: Mithy, what is your idea of what is the universe? The universe, as we know it, is one of your beaches, filled with sand. She cannot spotting other beaches, but even so, she's not the one. There are many universes, we just cannot see, because our reference point is still very small, in the midst of our grains of sand. There are links between universes. Black holes exchange pressure with your correspondent, and act as suppliers of material and energy balance, for the formation of stellar systems between these universes. Your scientists will one day understand how this works. Once more we have improved, more things start to make sense. Question: Carlos asks, our scientists announced the discovery of Gliese 581g on September 29, 2010, much like Earth, is one of 6 planets in the system around the star Gliese 581, located in the constellation Libra. Do you know if there are people there? Yes, a planet is a little larger than Earth. There exists a large colony reptilian. They have colonized all over the planet's equatorial belt. You will find over time, thousands of habitable planets in the bands for humanoids. Many planets, even if not exactly in the correct temperature range, may have changed their characteristics, with atmospheric changes. We have processes to handle the upper atmosphere to heat or cool the planet by decreasing or increasing the incidence of light and other frequencies of their sun on its surface, as well as changing barometric pressure. There are millions of planets that may be suitable. Many are being prepared to support humanoid colonies. We did that on the planets where we installed our 3 colonies. It takes time, but it works very well. See the continuation of this meeting, next video 11. Thanks for watching, join our channel. You are welcome there.